To our Sleepless Nights pODDcast listeners on Spotify. Now we have a subscription service for $7.99 a month U.S. funds.
Oh, wow.
What does that subscription get you?
Huh?
Glad you asked. It gives you the weekly notification of the standard show when it's released, but also access to our members only Segment 5 that drops a few days after.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yes, for pennies a day, support your favorite weekly show financially to help us with the necessities like eggs, bread, horse and milking, or in Paul's case, that endless supply of Grandpa Nana's corn chips. Another tasty thing you can do to help with your favorite show, now that you've listened to us on Spotify, on the app, you can rate this podcast. That's right, give us a glowing review to help new people find this show and make it their favorite show, who will rate the show and help new people find this show to make it their favorite show, who will make it, well, you get the idea. It's the circle of Spotify life, right, Paul?
What's this now?
This podcast is proudly supported by our patrons at patreon.com. You can join us at patreon.com/Sleepless Nights Podcast. All systems go.
Attention Sleepless Nights. Thank you for consuming this OSI 74 product broadcast, live from the Black Knight satellite. For optimum performance and safety, your host, Mr. Lobo, asks that you please listen to these instructions carefully. When in a hospital or other healthcare facility, observe the restrictions on the use of electronic devices. Switch off before boarding an aircraft to prevent interference with communications systems. Do not operate this device in the presence of flammable gases or fumes, chemical plants, or where blasting operations are in progress. Always listen hands-free while driving a vehicle. Failure to observe these instructions may lead to immediate termination. It's time now for the show to begin. Thank you. Have a very pleasant evening.
Wake up, sleepyheads. This is Mr. Jobo with a nightmare in the daytime with Dumpster How was that? That was a good one, right?
Are we settling on that? Is that? I guess that's official now. That's canon now.
Look, Wakeless Days is not a thing.
I mean, technically, Dumpster Nights started last episode. It became canon as of one episode, so it's canon now. And honestly, I'm under contract with as far as Wakeless Days goes, I can only do one a year, and I kind of did one last week. So
I just go by what the CEO tells me. Captain EO knows everything, and he's telling me that I can call this Dumpster Nights.
All right. Well, let's just roll with that. I'm in no mood to fight today, so we'll just go with that.
All right, we can lay it down. We'll put aside our differences.
I was doing some research on you, by the way. I had this entire week to catch up, and I really wanted to know what was it, dumpster diving for movies? What is it? Whatever the title of your YouTube.
It's movie dumpster.
Movie dumpster.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Get it right or pay the price.
Okay. Yeah. I watched a couple episodes when I had some downtime, and it's like,
thank you.
You were in this retail rental store, and you're bearded, and you're like sitting behind the counter bitching about movies with like this really nice looking redhead. And
wait. That's Hack the Movies. That's Tony and Crystal. And by the way, we took over their show too. So Hack the Movies doesn't exist anymore. That is now Movie Dumpster Video. Hack the Movies Video is out of commission. They're out of business. There will be no Alien 3 review. By the way, we put the kibosh on it.
Oh, okay. So you're basically telling me I just wasted like 6 hours of my life watching it.
It's possible. Where did you watch it? Did you watch it on archive.org?
Well, actually, just on YouTubes.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. But,
should be in the public domain now. You could just... Since we've taken over, yeah.
What haven't you taken over, by the way? Where?
Twitter. That Elon Musk beat us to that,
okay.
So
right.
Couldn't do that.
I had a bid in there, but they didn't want to pay me the penny that I wanted it for. So
yeah, he beat us by 75 cents. Can you believe it? Unbelievable,
man. So you're an expert on movies, you'd say, right? So that's the whole what I mean.
Well,
all right. So Assuming
I wouldn't
that
say I'm an expert on movies. I say that I am a movie junkie. Like I need it. Like I need a hit in the back alley of Munchie or Ghoulies or something.
sitting there doing one of these things, you're slapping the vein. I heard that right before before I did the countdown.
It's a sickness, is what it is.
So if our listeners are dedicated Sleepless Nights / Wakeless Days / Dumpster Nights listeners, haven't listened to the last episode and they don't know who the heck you are, how about a quick description of who you are and what was it, movie dumpster and former Hack the Movies and what just tell them who you are so we can get everybody up to speed and move on with this damn episode.
I'm Joe Scola from Movie Dumpster. I've been called in by the higher ups at OSI to replace Mr. Lobo on your show. And that's why we have dubbed it Dumpster Nights. I have also been called in to take over Hack the Movies, and they have been put out of business as well. Now that is Movie Dumpster Video, and you can find all that goodness now at moviedumpsterpodcast.com. If you love movies, if you love I believe the guy I replaced. What does he love to say? They're not bad movies; they're misunderstood.
Something like that. I never paid attention.
TM, right?
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. One of those.
Right. Sure. I think is how I usually say. So on your show, have you ever done like stunt casting on your show? Sometimes we do stunt casting, or we talk about stunt casting where we take a movie and like maybe replace the actors.
Well, it's funny you mention that because we have something called the MDU, which is the Movie Dumpster Universe, wherein all movies are connected, and because of that, one John Hurt, with his alias Dr. Joe Buchanan from Frankenstein Unbound, who has built a what we've lovingly call the Buke Cannon, rips holes in time and space and crosses timelines, if you will.
Okay.
So therefore, people and actors and creatures and things end up in different universes and in turn in different movies.
Sure.
So yes. The short answer is yes to that question.
Okay. I mean, I got a lot of love mail and I got a lot of hate mail about last week's episodes. Just people were writing in. And the love end of it was.
I'm sorry that you got all that hate mail, and just make sure you forward all the good stuff to me.
Yeah, well, I'm not sorry for the hate mail, honestly, because the hate mail was like, Paul, you need to shut the hell up. Your impressions are horrible. And the love mail was, we need more of Joe doing his impressions because they were great and they were spot on. So, how about we mush the two things? We do a stunt casting episode where you do good impressions and I do the most horrible impressions I can try.
Let's do that. I don't want to insult the listeners, but even though this is a podcast, they might have a slight hearing impairment to think that my impressions are spot on. But yeah.
Maybe they're listening to the episode 2x speed and they just think that you're doing chipmunks all the time.
Maybe if they have their head underwater and they're listening to it, maybe.
So we got about like 5 minutes until our first break. So let's start easy. Let's do a warm up episode. Let's do a warm up movie. I mean, it could be an episode 2. It could be like maybe a Disney Plus thing or an HBO Max thing or whatever. Do you have anything in mind that we can do as a warm up?
Daniel Stern is the Batman.
The Batman. Okay. All right.
But it's just Batman being really bad at solving crimes and just like pratfalling all over the place. I would watch that.
It's Home Alone with Batman. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, kind of. Well, I guess like who would set traps for him, right?
The Riddler.
The Riddler. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it could be. I was gonna say it's Dick Grayson, but it's Kevin McAllister, right?
Okay. Or what's Dick Grayson's now like 80 years old. It's the new one is what, Damian Wayne, so it would be Damian Wayne instead.
Okay, so is that his son then?
That's
is that
his
canon?
son. Yeah, that's his son.
Well,
that's canon.
Is it Daniel Stern's son?
I guess. I mean, they
So Daniel Stern accidentally killed Rick Brayson's parents. And he gets revenge on him by setting traps all over the place. Maybe?
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. And
Possible.
how would that sound? How would Daniel? Hopefully, you have a Daniel Stern queued up, because if not, you just put your foot in your mouth.
Well, hello, Daniel Stern. I don't know.
Is that you have to say the name just so that everybody knows? I mean, I think the best I could do
We're
is
the Wet Bandits. I don't know. I just love the idea of Daniel Stern's like afro sticking out of the bat cowl and a big beard. But he's also wearing a trench coat over the suit, not a cape, and fingerless gloves.
And the bat symbol like sticking out from underneath the trench coat.
But it's like painted on with like lipstick or something.
Bushwhacked.
Yes, Spider. Yep. Spider-Man. That's who he is.
Spider-Man. No, I'm the Batman.
No, I'm Batman. Hey, kid, I'm Batman. I'm Daniel Stern.
So, all right. So if Daniel Stern is Batman, and did you cast who was Damian Wayans?
Well, I guess it would be Macaulay Culkin, right? But we can switch it up if you want.
A de-aged Macaulay, like 90s era Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, geez, he would be like the Mad Hatter, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably.
So we got a 90s era, and then does that mean that Joe Pesci is still like Robin? In this?
he's the Penguin, dude, for
oh,
sure.
He's the Penguin.
Yeah.
I'm
the fucking Penguin. I'm Joe Pesci.
I'm getting my streams crossed. I'm casting like Home Alone for some reason instead of Batman.
Could you imagine?
I'm putting Batman
Joe
in
Pesci?
Home Alone.
Could you imagine Joe Pesci as the Penguin? Oh my God, that would be the funniest thing in the world. He would fit right in,
you
too.
Looking at me? Am I a clown to you?
Go get your shine box, Penguin.
Oh.
I'm trying to think who we can cast as Rick Brayson. Not
Brayson.
Dick Grayson.
Rick Brayson.
Zac Efron.
Okay. All right.
There it is.
Chris Pine.
Chris Pine. Perfect. Well, at that point, now he's like Nightwing, right?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I can't do a Chris Pine, so
That's
so
fine.
no.
Like
or
I
maybe
said,
what if it was Robert Downey Jr.? Maybe you could do something like that. Maybe it's possible.
All right.
I don't know.
All right. Did you have a Rob Lowe maybe on deck? Maybe.
Rob Lowe. I'm Rob Lowe. No, I don't have a Rob Lowe.
I like that you use the Dixie way of doing voices where you just say the name.
Because you would never guess who it was.
I think like she said in the she was on one of the episodes of the podcast, and she's like, oh yeah, if I were to do Arnold Schwarzenegger, it'd be like, oh, I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Could you imagine?
Everybody
freeze! I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Freeze, everybody. Well, that's gotten us to our first break. So let's see let's string this out for another 45 minutes. So
okay.
Stay tuned. You're not dumpster diving. You're wide awake at the Dumpster Nights.
Hey dumpster dwellers and future dumpster dwellers, I'm Joe.
I'm Sean. And I'm Connor the Skeleton.
And we'll be your guides through the movie dumpster.
A comedy-based movie review podcast with its own cinematic universe.
Each week we go knee-deep through cinema's trash heap to dig out the best forgotten gems,
Hollywood stinkers, and out there oddities.
We're talking horror,
sci-fi,
action,
and everything in between.
And of course, it's all connected. Tune in for insightful and comedic deep dive reviews, bad accents,
and more dirty jokes than your mother's ass can fit house elves.
Head over to MovieDumpsterPodcast.com to listen on your favorite podcast app.
Visit our store and pick up some non-committal swag,
and sign up for our Patreon to get behind-the-scenes previews,
commentary tracks,
live watch-alongs,
and other exclusive content.
Welcome to the dumpster.
Hey, what's up, and welcome back to Dumpster Nights. We're doing what? Replacing actors of famous movies and stunt. We're going to stunt cast these things.
Well, the way you were describing it, I thought you were just saying that we were going to replace the host of Sleepless Nights. That's where I thought you were going. I'm like, I thought we already did that.
We totally did it. I'm here to stay, baby.
I mean, we brought up an interesting vein. We were talking about Macaulay Culkin. Why don't we go with another Macaulay Culkin popular? Was it a popular movie? Was Uncle Buck a popular movie?
I don't know about you, but I watched Uncle Buck a lot as a kid, and that is like I watched that, and then I watched Plane, Trains, and Automobiles, right? Like that's my segue into the December, the cold months.
Okay. Yeah, I watched a lot of Uncle Buck. I mean, when VHS was out, we had a limited supply of what we owned, and Uncle Buck was one of those tapes that I owned. So I watched the hell out of it. It was between Uncle Buck and Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Back to the Future. I think 2. I don't think we had 1.
Oh, we my old man had a black box because he was a cable guy for a while. So we had like free HBO and stuff. So he bought a VCR, or probably borrowed it from my uncle, and I had tons of tapes recorded off television. So I remember specifically though Uncle Buck and Turner and Hooch. So it was Uncle Buck and Turner and Hooch. I used to play the hell out of that tape.
and then in between with the HBO logo, the nice one where they're flying up over top of the the city, the town,
the miniature city.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so
cool.
I
remember like that thing was so awesome that they even made a documentary making of how they did that damn thing back in the day.
It still holds up too. It's great. You know what? That's something that needs to be restored from the original Vault Elements, that HBO intro.
Yes, because what is it now? Is just static. It's like, and then it's HBO and it's
and it's like
and that's it. And we're like, oh,
look,
that was original.
It's hip. It's minimalist. Looks cool. Nope. You know what it is? It's lazy, is what it is.
Yes. So if we're going to recast the HBO logo, how are we going to? No, that's not where we were going with this. So if we were going to recast Uncle Buck, what comes to mind? What's your stunt casting for Uncle Buck? Who would be a good John Candy replacement? John Candy, you can't replace John Candy, but if you had to.
I think it would be funny with Rodney Dangerfield.
Okay.
Hey, here I am, or whatever's the kids. Like my wife, it would be funny to me because he is even more inept than John Candy is at being a good uncle.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's funny. Uncle Buck works because like John Candy is like this lovable big guy who's also an alcoholic, who also smokes cigars, who also is has a gambling problem.
Right.
But you kind of forgive him because he's this big teddy bear of a guy. But like Rodney Dangerfield, you wouldn't, right? You wouldn't be like, oh yeah, just let it go because he's just so sweet or whatever. Like it's Rodney Dangerfield.
It's Rodney Dangerfield. He's always
he would be going on a drunk tirade, you know, messing up the house, putting cigarettes out on the kids and stuff, like Macaulay Culkin, you know. Bobby, he calls him in the middle of the night. He's like, hey, Bob, and then I don't know what he goes there in the middle of the night because like, could you imagine that? And he has to babysit Maisie and Macaulay Culkin.
Miles and Maisie. Yes.
Miles and Maisie. Yeah, that's.
I was going to say, the John Candy forgot Miles and Maisie's name, and I don't think it would be any different for Rodney Dangerfield to be calling them the wrong name the entire movie anyway.
Except he wouldn't feel bad about it. He'd be like, oh, whatever, you kids, shut up. And instead of like making like Miles a big birthday breakfast, like he's the kind of guy that would like knock on the door at 4 a.m, like the kid's bedroom, and be like, get up, you're making me breakfast kind of thing.
Hey, you're getting me breakfast.
It's called chores. So you ever do them when you were a kid? Get up there.
I go to say that I'm Rodney Dangerfield so you don't think that I'm Sylvester Stallone. Hey, yo, kids, get up out of the beds. Making me eggs or whatever. So are we keeping Macaulay Culkin? I mean, if we're how deep down this recasting rabbit hole are we going? Are we?
I think
is
it's
it a complete
funnier.
Overhaul?
I think it's funnier that way with Macaulay Culkin because then we can pivot directly to the good son, and like that's why he's all fucked up, right?
All right. Well, I think with the last stunt casting where we took the time machine and we went back for when he was younger, I think we should just like cast Macaulay Culkin like now playing a 9-year-old. What
about babysitting himself?
Yes.
In Uncle Buck.
He himself is so inept that it's like the Step Brothers kind of thing where like he's old but he still needs a babysitter. Like matter of fact, we'll cast him and we'll cast Gabby Huffman both as their current ages and that they're just like inept that they need an adult babysitter.
I like the idea of Uncle Buck becoming like the Adam Project and Macaulay Culkin like going back in time to like help himself out, to like prep himself for the fact that like Harry and Marv will one day rob his house. That's pretty good.
And we just what an endless call out to Hughes movies. We just make all the Hughes movies like interconnect, even if they don't connect. This whole space time continuum thing just makes them interconnect some wonky way.
From the man who brought you 16 candles and wrote Home Alone.
We need to have like what let's see here. I can't think of her name.
Which one?
She was the secretary in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, the redhead. But I don't think she's in Uncle Buck. But we need to put her in Uncle Buck, and she needs to do the line from Trains, Planes, and Automobiles, or like just have Rodney Dangerfield do Steve Martin's lines from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. That way, that's the only reason that movie got an R rating. So that way, we can get an R rating, and we can actually like market it maybe a little bit better.
Okay.
And then have her do well. You're fucked.
Hey, tell me something I don't know. That's what the trailer would be.
Maybe it's the collection agency from what is it? Smiles the Clown. Maybe they come for payment because he refused them.
Oh my God!
She's like she's the customer service representative that she has to listen to.
Wait a second, she's the representative for Putta the Clown?
Putta the Clown, that's right. Put it there.
Yeah. He drives a mouse around? I don't know. That's like a Rat Fink crossover, right? Putta the Clown gets back in his mouse car, and he drives away, and he runs into the toxic waste barrel from RoboCop, and he turns into Rat Fink. He merges with the car.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah. I think I smell a franchise. I can almost hear John Hughes rolling in the grave.
Oh man, he's loving it. He's taking notes. He's listening to this podcast.
Oh, Mike Starr was Putta the Clown.
Who's Mike Starr?
Hold on, let me click on it. I'm pretty sure. I think he's in Dumb and Dumber, and he's in. You want to know the most annoying sound?
That's that guy?
That's that guy.
Get out of town.
And I'm trying to think of the other one. Hudson Hawk. He's the partner to Bruce Willis and Hudson Hawk. Yeah. It's that guy. He's Putta the Clown.
Oh, I had no idea. He looks so short. I thought he was taller.
Yeah. Well, maybe they had Uncle Buck standing on like some milk crates or something.
That is hilarious. I had no idea that was Putta the Clown, and that just made my day. Thank you.
Well, since we're keeping the cast, let's sort of. I think he needs to come back too.
What could he?
We're doing horrible stunt casting when we're like, all these people can just come back as they are. We're not even.
Yeah, no,
them.
It's fine. Like that's the best part, that they're just themselves. What about John Candy as Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Are we even allowed to talk about that? Isn't that why we're in the predicament we're in right now?
I think I'm gonna bend the rules a little bit. We're not allowed to talk about real things called gaseous giant wars.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Startwarts, I think, is what we refer to it.
Startwarts. There you go. I don't know. That'd be funny as hell. Just John Candy roaming the desert with a beard.
Okay. Oh, you're talking about. Well, are you talking about A New Hope, or are you talking about the Obi-Wan series coming soon to Disney Plus?
Oh, I'm talking about A New Hope because he's like, oh, the Kenosha Kickers. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Pulls out his clarinet and starts playing, and then Max Rebo and the guys from the bar join in.
He takes Luke back to his cave and it's just a bowling alley. And they're just bowling.
Hey, Luke, polka, Damavushi, kiss me, polka. You ever hear that one? Your dad told you that one, right?
No, honestly,
Yeah. Your dad wanted you to have this, and it's just a bowling ball he gives to him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was your dad's. just nonchalantly. Just nonchalantly.
It's my specialty. Yeah, well, that's canon too, because he transforms into a dog man at one point, and drives a Winnebago. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's Then that makes Spaceballs canon. Yeah, totally.
Exactly. Yeah. He just has a transmutation, and that happens.
I was trying to figure out how Paul would fit, or Pal rather. Pal would fit into this whole mix. Like Pal would have to be at the bowling alley somehow.
Oh, Pal is Greedo. He's Greedo.
Is he Greedo?
Yeah.
Is he Greedo?
They won't they, Solo.
I mean,
And he's flipping a toothpick in his little snoot.
no, I always want to see him as Boba Fett, and you don't even see the toothpick. He has to just, there's subtitles saying that there's a toothpick, and you just hear it like scratching on the inside of the helmet.
No, the little visor's cut out just so you could see his mouth, so he could do it. The toothpick trick.
The toothpick is a magnet, and he just sticks it to the helmet, and it just sticks out.
Oh, big time. Oh, that would be so good.
I think I would want to see John Candy in the Obi-Wan series that precedes that, only just to see him like do the backflips or anything, and just like, oh, my back, no, I'm done. And I'm talking about the back in the day John Candy, not from the grave John Candy.
Oh well, yeah, of course. I mean, I don't know if he has the Force powers, he might be able to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. That'd be pretty entertaining.
Just him swinging around a lightsaber?
Yeah.
I kind of love it. Like, just hitting things by accident?
Him doing like a backflip and then like the cables, it's just like the fat bastard scene from Austin Powers, the second Austin Powers, where he's just hanging there.
Oh my goodness. Him like doing the Jedi mind trick on people.
And then if that's Obi-Wan, if we're going with the Obi-Wan series, then who would be Anakin?
Macaulay Culkin. Which is even funnier to me.
With his bunny ears.
Yes.
Doesn't he wears like his bunny ears on his YouTube channel, or his YouTube channel is like bunny ears something, or.
Oh, I thought you were talking about what's his name? Ralphie.
Is it right? Oh, no. I was talking about Macaulay Culkin. I think Coffin.
Coffin?
But I think like his like YouTube channels is like bunny ears or something. There's always like images of him wearing bunny ears.
Oh, maybe. I know he does that, like, what is it? The pizza something? Something about a pizza. His band?
Oh, I don't know. Sure.
Question mark. I don't know.
Question mark. Hashtag comment in the comments below and let us know where we went wrong.
Macaulay Culkin pizza party.
So Macaulay Culkin and Uncle Buck as Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader.
Marcy from across the street is Padme.
Okay.
Yeah. From Roseanne.
Marcy from across the street. Yeah. Hold on. I do have the notes in front of me. I did bring it up so I could cheat, and I still can't cheat right.
Padme Amidala Frost. She gets a compliment on the hyphen.
On the Frost. Padme Amidala hyphen Skywalker. She gets the autograph. She gets the.
When he's beating the shit out of the dish or the washing machine, but it's like a gonk. It's like a gonk droid. What do I gotta talk dirty to you? Gonk, gonk,
gonk, gonk, and it's actually like making that noise. She opens up the door, and a bunch of Jawas are like, they run out, they just run away.
Oh my goodness!
So much implication going on besides just him screwing the washing machine.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious.
It was Laurie Metcalf was the
Laurie Metcalf. There you go.
So if we were to replace, I mean, I don't know if we would go with was it oh shit, what's her name? Mrs. Thor right now.
It's escaped me.
Yeah, it escaped me too. And it's like,
and not because I don't like her, I just forgot.
Yeah, it's just all the new Thor trailers dropped, and it's like, oh, it should be like top of mind, and it's not. Natalie Portman, there it goes.
Natalie Portman, there you go.
Finally,
Portman.
So I don't know if I would do Natalie. I don't think Natalie Portman would return as Frost Dash.
No, that's because it's got to be Marcy.
Right.
The idea of like.
No, you know what? Roseanne Barr is actually looking for a job nowadays. Maybe we replace that with her actually like her on-screen sister, and we put Roseanne Barr as it's Uncle Buck acting across from Roseanne Barr.
Oh, it could be, yeah. Or she's like the despecialized edition Jabba. She's like, hey, Solo, hey, you owe me those space credits.
Your Jabba sounds like Watto.
Well, I know I got to do the Watto.
No. Actually, yeah, let's do the Watto. I think I like Watto better than Jabba.
Well, I was doing Roseanne Barr as Jabba.
K
Wonky Chewbacca.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Okay. So now you got to do here's the scene. Okay, you got to do the Roseanne Barr as Jabba the Hutt.
Okay.
Doing the line of that she was Padme Amidala Skywalker, that you kept the hyphen, that whole line.
Wait, which one?
I'm where she introduced where Marcy introduces herself.
Oh.
But instead of Marcy, it's Padme Amidala Skywalker. I kept the hyphen.
Marcy from across the street. I'm Padme Amidala Frost. Hyphen. I get compliments on the hyphen. That's what she says. Yeah.
All right.
What is it? And then she starts dancing with John Candy. And then Anakin's like, hey.
No
was that, Dirty Dancing?
No fair. I had the time of my life. And she runs up and he tries to lift her.
They're dancing. What's that music that's playing? Laugh, laugh, I thought I'd die. Whatever that song is.
All right. Yeah.
I love that scene because they're doing all the close-ups and stuff. And they hit their faces
And
together.
he does the headbutt.
Yeah, the headbutt, yeah.
But he headbutts Jabba, but it's just he's a slug.
It's possible. I also like the idea of John Candy driving around like a land speeder, but it's like all busted up and like backfires and stuff. And it's like boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, and he's just driving it around.
It's the same land speeder that Luke has. Just face it. You don't even have to change it whatsoever. It's the exact same land speeder. You just add the backfire.
Look, I'll pick you up from Tashi Station later. I gotta go see a guy about it, a Millennium Falcon.
And then you scare the Jawas off their Ronto.
Get out of here.
Well, we managed to fill up an entire segment with that crap.
Oh, it's easy.
It is easy. Stay tuned. You're not dumpster diving. You're sleeping on the floor with Dumpster Nights. This space for rent. This signal space to your ears for rent. This space between your ears for rent.
Do you have a product, service, website, company? Propose, perhaps? No, we don't want to do that, right?
If you can't propose?
Well, I mean, if you really wanted to propose...
It would be encased forever.
Johnny says, will you marry me, Susie? We could do that. Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah. If you have a product or service or whatever to promote, people, especially that you want to promote to our listeners, why not become a sponsor?
A sponsor, you say?
Yeah, a sponsor of this program. Contact Mr. Lobo at his personal email. I'm giving this out right now just for you. Okay, right. Don't tell anyone. Shh, all right?
Whisper it.
Mr. Lobo, that's MRLOBO, at cinemainsomnia.com. CINEMAINSOMNIA.com.
That sounds so sexy.
Yes. Mr. Lobo at cinemainsomnia.com. Contact me and we will get you on the air. We will talk about your stuff.
Welcome back to Dumpster Nights, your nightmare in the daytime.
So
I don't know, I'm workshopping that one. I don't know.
I think you'll nail this by segment 4. I think you'll have this down pat, and we'll be good to go for like tons of episodes moving into the future.
Probably. I'm very excited to do the rest of all of these episodes for the rest of time.
Yeah, and I haven't heard back from Dixie's dad, so I don't know. I don't know what his thoughts are. I mean, he's our number one fan. I mean, I think he's our only listener.
Perfect.
So I'm still waiting for that feedback. But
hopefully he was some of the good letters you got.
Actually, he was the good and the bad. So he was praising you and kicking me in the ass for some reason. So I don't know. He says, my favorite episodes are the episodes where Paul's quiet. No, that's
you got to know when to hold them and when to fold them and when to walk away, Paul.
Right, and know when to run. Never count your money while you're sitting at the table. I don't know the rest of this lyrics. I feel kind of dumb. All right.
Come to my Kenny Rogers Cooker's house where we're making chicken by the pound. Or something. I sold the rights to an Asian company. I don't know.
So in this episode, we're doing stunt casting. So if you somehow skipped segment 1 and 2, the stunt casting is much like these dream It's like it's almost like dream sports, like dream baseball or dream football or dream sports ball, where you just recruit these people and maybe look at a future that could have been,
fantasy foosball.
Fantasy Hollywood, right?
Yeah. Fantasy fan films. There you go.
Fantasy fan films. So it's like imagine a world where like Nick Cage got that role as Superman, and it's Nick Cage as Superman.
I still wish we got that, but yeah.
Or how about Nick Cage's Aragorn? If he had actually gone through I guess there was a family issue and he never tried out for Lord of the Rings, but he supposedly was supposed to be in Lord of the Rings. But could you imagine him as Aragorn?
I'm taking the hobbits to Isengard.
Scratching at the door.
Oh my goodness.
Isildur. Or like, how about the ultimate one, like Nick Cage as Skeletor? Could you imagine Nick Cage as Skeletor? I mean, didn't they already make that movie? Wasn't that Ghost Rider? I mean, just speaking of scratching at the door, isn't that Ghost Rider?
Paul, you don't understand. Ghost Rider has flames on his head and he rides a motorcycle, man.
Uh-huh.
Skeletor is a master of the universe. It's different.
Okay. But what if now just stick with me here, Nick Cage. What if Skeletor's head accidentally catches on fire? Then what?
Then he's like Ghost Rider Skeletor, man. They're brothers, they're cousins. They're symbiotic in the way that I play them as well.
What if one day he was shaving his head, because it's hard to keep that skull look. You got to keep it shorn, you got to keep it short. And while he's shaving his head, he nicks some bone and creates a spark and catches on flames. He wears a hoodie. That hoodie catches on flames. And
Paul, are you patronizing me, Paul?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Are you telling? I'm sorry, I can't do it. I'm trying really hard to I'm trying to hear him in my head as I'm talking, but I never did a Nick Cage. So there it goes.
It's pretty good. Not too bad. Not too bad.
Take my face off, Paul.
Face
put
off.
So I can't wait to see his new movie. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, which is that? Back to the Future?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he goes back to the future with Pedro Pascal.
Uh-huh.
He goes on a road trip with the Mandalorian.
Right. Okay.
Oh, wait a second.
No,
we can't talk about real wars.
Right. But we're not. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Where he plays himself. He's what is it? I almost said William Dafoe, and that's not it. That's
it's Nick Cage playing William Dafoe as Nick Cage.
No, what the hell? Being John Malkovich. It's Being John Malkovich with Nick Cage. And he enters his own head, and it's Nick Cage playing Nick Cage. And it's the scene where it's like everybody's Nick Cage, and they're just saying Nick Cage, Nick Cage, Nick Cage.
Paul, you remember my movie Adaption? It's kind of like that. Except I don't have a twin. It's just me playing myself.
Spoilers.
Nick Cage.
Nick Cage. That's Nick Cage, everybody.
All right.
The check will be in the mail.
Yeah, that movie looks hilarious. That's it's going to be the ultimate meta movie, right? I think.
Yeah, yes, and
it's got to be.
He has to be aware of himself. He has to be aware of the memes and everything else. I have a feeling that it's. Well, I've only seen the trailer, and I kind of get the sense from the trailer that he gets it.
Oh, 100%. I don't want to backpedal, but Nick Cage in the movie Pig, but John Candy is the pig dressed up like a pig.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I got.
That's all. Okay.
And he falls around and talks to him, but he's the only one who can understand him. To everybody else, it's not John Candy. It's just a pig.
Okay. And then who do we cast as Charlotte for Charlotte's Web? I don't know why I sprung board to that. So.
Scarlett Johansson, of course.
Scarlett Johansson as
Charlotte. Yeah.
Charlotte. So it's Scarlett Johansson.
Yes.
That's why I was getting tongue tied.
Shar Binks. Yep.
Shar Binks. And then we'll include with that movie, we'll include the fan backlash for them whitewashing Charlotte.
There you go.
We'll just bring over all that hate from what is it? Ghost in the Shell.
It's called speciest. That's what it is.
Speciest.
Yes, against spiders. They should have cast a real spider as Charlotte.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Okay. Jeez.
Can you believe Hollywood? I mean, my goodness.
I think it's odd is that it's like we're building the perfect universe. It's like a utopia. We could have this utopia universe, and somehow there's still internet hate in it. It's like we're building. We can't even do this without shitting on our own movie.
No. We're our own jokers of this universe. We got to blow that hospital up, yeah. So it just has to happen in the universe for stuff to make sense.
Right.
Then we create Two-Face or something.
Three-Face.
Quad face.
Quad
yeah.
face.
Quado. So we create the oh God. Quado. Open your mind, Paul.
Quado, but with Watto's voice. It's a Quado.
Hey, how you doing? I'm going on your belly.
Open your mind.
Open your mind is
Jedi mind tricks don't work on me.
Credits? No, that's no good here.
I think I want to wait. No, I don't think I'm done with that yet. I want to know what the Quado Watto scene.
You're going to Mars, huh?
Oh.
Yes, I'm going to Mars. What do you want from me? I don't take Republic credits. What are you talking about? It's just as good as all the money in the world. I don't know. And then his face opens up. Get ready for a surprise. I don't know.
I don't even have kids. Sorry, that was my best impression of that. I don't even know what that guy's name is. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
I'll
trade you the metallic thing they pull out of my nose. It's the same thing from the Matrix.
We talked about doing Back to the Future. I have Back to the Future up. I don't have Total Recall up. So
you're good. So Nick Cage as every person in Back to the Future.
Yeah, we just skip the setup and we just say Nick Cage is every character in Back to the Future.
There you go.
Christopher, as Emmett Brown, as George McFly, as Biff,
as Marty.
I mean, how much?
Make like a tree, get out of here. Okay.
I don't think he wants to go to the prom with me. He's already picked somebody else. Him.
I write science fiction stories. I don't, but you can't read them because I don't know.
So Nick Cage doesn't change his voice for any of the characters?
No.
He just does the same.
I'm Darth Vader from the planet Vulcan.
God damn it! I thought we weren't going to mention that.
Well,
or is this a loophole because we're talking about Back to the Future, so therefore we can talk about it, right? Is that like
it's a loophole? Yeah.
Is that like our episodes that end with one? I'll have to tell you about our episodes that end in one during our break, but
I think so. There's a paradox there where you're allowed to talk about that. I love the idea of him playing Leah Thompson as well as Michael J. Fox.
Yes.
So he's his own mother.
Well, yeah, I mean that would make sense. It's Back to the Future, but it already happened and he already failed.
We gotta go back to the past.
Yes.
To get to the future again or something.
And then we gotta get the Declaration of Independence. Marty.
It's somewhere. Yeah. Marty,
get the Declaration.
We gotta go get the Declaration of Independence now.
I'm sorry.
In the DeLorean.
I can only go back to the Ghost Rider thing. I can only do the scratching at the door, and I can only do like the screaming, and that's up in the air whether how bad it is.
We got to get my parents together at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance.
Here's the thing: it's Nick Cage as Marty McFly, but it's not Nick Cage as Michael J. Fox as Marty McFly. It's Nick Cage as Eric Stoltz as Marty McFly.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
And then he turns into Martin Fly, right?
Martin Fly.
Like yes. So that's what happens, right?
He's
so
George R.R. Martin McFly.
Fly.
Or Fly.
That's the best part because he gets in the DeLorean and there's a fly inside there with him.
Glad we're both getting there.
And he goes back to the future.
Uh-huh.
Or he goes to the past, rather.
Right.
1955.
Mm-hmm.
And he slowly starts decaying into a fly man. wherein he has to take his dad back with him in the DeLorean to like set everything right, but in turn undoes himself from reality.
Right.
I'm into it.
But technically he's a fly, so, you know.
Or he just embraces becoming a fly man and then jams on that guitar at the dance. And his parents fall in love.
There's a stinger. There's a stinger post-credits. All right?
A literal stinger, right?
Yeah, a literal stinger, just a bee stinger.
Yeah.
Where the credits end. And then you see Lorraine, and she's about to give birth, and then you just see the fly hands come out from underneath the skirt.
It cuts to the Gina Davis stand-in from the beginning of the second movie.
Yeah.
And she pops out like an Applegate's egg.
Yes.
Yeah, she's eating a Butterfinger. It's a whole thing.
Yeah. You've got this mapped out. I don't
That's
even know. I don't even know why I'm here.
Have you ever seen Applegates?
Applegates?
Or Meet the Applegates, rather?
Oh, Meet the Applegate. A while ago. It's been a while.
Oh man,
not recently.
So
I was too busy. I was too busy watching the dumpster movie thingamabobber / hack the movies, whatever. Whatever that thing that I wasted my time watching because apparently I watched the wrong thing. I could have been watching Meet the Applegates, and here I am.
Hey, well, stay tuned because Meet the Applegates is coming on Movie Dumpster, and then you won't have to watch it.
Oh, nice. And then maybe we can do an episode after that where we just bash the shit out of it.
The Applegates.
You talk about the Applegates for 2 hours, then you come over here and you're talking about it for another 2 hours.
That's fine with me. I could do it. It's possible.
Well, it sounds. I mean, you're going to have to do that if this is the empire that you're building.
Don't tempt me, Frodo. That was Nick Cage's audition for Gandalf.
Gandalf. Do you think he would be? Yeah, you said Gandalf during the break, and I said Aragorn, but I think that he might have been Schmeagol. He might have been the Gollum.
My precious.
Oh, my precious.
We want it. My precious. It's my birthday.
It burns us. Oh, wait. Let's see if I can combine the scratching at the door with it burns us. Hold on. It's scratching at the door. Hold on. I'm practicing. It burns us. It burns us. Oh, that's as good as you're going to get.
What's taters, precious? Gollum.
He doesn't even cough. He just says his name.
No, he just says the name.
I don't know. I would like to. I think if we were to keep all the cast, maybe of Back to the Future, I think that maybe we could switch out James Tolkien. Speaking of Tolkien, we'll swap James Tolkien's Mr. Strickland for Nick Cage, Mr. Strickland. You think that? You're a slacker, and you'll always be a slacker.
Oh man, but he shaves his head, right, to get like into the role.
No, he doesn't even shave his head. He puts on a bald cap poorly.
Now I just want to see I guess that wouldn't make sense because Problem Child 2 is just a cartoon of a movie, but I was going to say if he was in that'd be hilarious.
Right.
That's all. We're only one jump from Masters of the Universe again. He's like, well, I played a bald guy in Back to the Future, and I also played a bald guy, the same character in Masters of the Universe, and then I played a bald guy who is also the same character in Problem Child 2. It's all connected.
Oh, you were connecting it that way. I thought you were connecting it to that Mr. Strickland was in Masters of the Universe, which also had Skeletor, which Nick Cage almost auditioned for.
Look, you got to remember, Michael J. Fox does say, "Oh my God, Strickland, he never ages. Was he always bald?" The answer is yes, because he's an eldritch horror, and he runs every school. He runs the one in Back to the Future, the one in Masters of the Universe, and Problem Child 2. So there you go. Canon.
Yes.
He lives in the basement.
Although if we're going to do a crossover, we have to resurrect Gilbert Gottfried somehow and get him.
Oh my God! Could you imagine Gilbert Gottfried as Gollum, or I was going to say as Yoda,
precious. But I don't even know if I could.
My precious.
My precious.
You got the ring of power. That ring's garbage. It's garbage. Throw it out. I don't care.
You're watching USA Up All Night.
I was going to say imagine him as Yoda, but I think he actually did that for Halloween one year. There's a picture of him online as Yoda for Halloween, which is hilarious.
All right, so we can slip this by our corporate overlords. I'm going to specify that he's doing Yoda from E.T. Since we already said that, you can say Darth Vader when you're referencing Back to the Future. So therefore, he's Yoda from E.T. and go.
What? You have absolute power? I'm sorry, I do really bad Gilbert. Nobody can do Gilbert except Gilbert.
Well, yeah. And now Gilbert can't even do Gilbert.
No.
Was that too soon? I'm sorry. Can I take that back?
Okay. No, that's fine. That was a compliment.
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to. You have to do the Gilbert speak, but you also have to do the backwards speak on top of it. Unless you're actually doing the E.T. Yoda, and then it's just home, because that's all he's saying.
Do you have any idea how hard it is to concentrate on doing a Gilbert Gottfried voice while also trying to speak like Yoda?
While doing stuff that Paul says, let's do this unscripted. Let's just here, go.
I'm already an anxious wreck over here, and I'm trying to put the pieces together in my head for it to work. Let's see.
All right. Well, then I'll make it easy on you.
Hold on. I gotta pick a line.
All right.
The dark side clouds everything. Let me see.
Do or do not. There is no try.
You're gonna do or do not. There is no try.
No, I was gonna say I was gonna make it easy on you and just do Baby Grogu. Then you don't have to.
Oh, then I don't even have to speak. Yeah, I just raise my hand.
Although if Baby Grogu had lines,
okay,
as Gilbert Gottfried, what would he say?
Baby Grogu, voiced by Gilbert Gottfried. Now we're talking, right?
How does this relate to Nicolas Cage again?
I don't know. Well, Nicolas Cage is the Mandalorian.
Right. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
All right. So here's the scene. We got Baby Grogu with Gilbert Gottfried, who has lines, and the Mandalorian, Nick Cage as the Mandalorian.
I'm not allowed to take my helmet. I'm going to Keanu Reeves here. Let me try this again.
Okay.
I can't take my helmet off. It's against the law of Mandalorians. What? What do you mean when you take the helmet off? I want to see your face. No, I can't do it. It's against the rules. They'll put me in Mandalorian jail or something. I'm pulling this out of my ass, Paul.
I had my eyes closed. And when you did the Gilbert Gottfried line, I totally saw Yago from Aladdin. Like you nailed it. It was totally it was like Yoda. It was Yoda Yago. It's Yago. I don't know how to mesh those two things together.
I would love to take clips of the child and then make its lips move and just put Gilbert Gottfried lines in it.
Just take the Yago lines.
And then just take Nick Cage lines and put them, because one doesn't talk and one's got a helmet on, so you can totally do that. Cut it together.
I smell a movie dumpster crossover where we just edit something like that and it just appears the clip. No explanation. It's just there.
But you put the effect on it, so it sounds like it's the actual helmet, speaking through the helmet. Oh man, that's a good one.
So I know we've been having fun, but we're at our time. We gotta bow to our corporate sponsors. So you're not snoozing. You are diving in the dumpster during the middle of the night on Dumpster Nights.
Doing the backstroke.
Every year, Family Bazaar consults the U.S. Census Update. You and your family have been chosen by our publication as the most normal family in America.
Johnny, eat some more sugar. You're still growing.
The people who brought you Heathers would like you to meet the Applegates.
Okay, crawlers, rise, you take.
Applegate, Jane, age 38, occupation homemaker. I met my husband at Maryland University where I majored in home economics. I happened to find a pile of rancid trash.
Hunting for bargains, Jay?
Applegate, Sally, born Baltimore 1971, Scorpio. I enjoy swimming, chicken McNuggets, and gymnastics. Kiss on the second date.
Whoa, time out. Such a tasty new neighbor.
Applegate, Johnny, hobbies include science, baseball, and
heavy metal music.
You think we're jeopardizing the mission by bringing the children along?
No, they're good for image, Jane.
They're the typical American family.
Census Bureau records now list the Applegates as hitting every statistical norm right on the nose.
With typical family problems.
What do you think about putting down that brochure and doing a little mating?
You know we're not in season.
at home.
Sally, what happened to your stomach?
I've got a bun in the oven.
Meet the Applegate kids. A couple of losers. Parents of pigs.
Hello?
At the store.
Well, you've done to spend money.
I'm just trying to act like a normal American housewife.
At the office.
This is a nuclear power plant, not a cat house.
Here goes the neighborhood.
It would be easy for them to fit in.
Something really weird about that family.
If they could only get the bugs out.
Sonic bug repellent. It drives those little creatures bonkers.
Ted Bakley Jr., Stockard Channing, and Dabney Coleman as Aunt Bee.
You Homo sapien scum! They wouldn't harm a fly. Bingo.
Meet the Applegates, a new species of comedy.
Welcome back to Dumpster Nights. This is episode 130, Down in the Dumpster Rebooted.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that was supposed to be. I just kind of pulled that out of nowhere.
Down in the dumpster, down by the bay, down in the dumpster. It smells like clay. I don't know. Down
by the dumpster, I watched a movie. Yeah, maybe.
So with the huge success of Morbius, and
it's a huge success. My goodness, could you think of another movie that made as much money as Morbius? I can't.
Yeah, and I mean, it just shows that Sony has the chops to be the other half of the Marvel universe. It's like Marvel's got everything, and then Sony has the Spider-Man crap and all the snouts and hooves, as Mr. Lobo would say, all the leavings. They have that, and they make it into something.
Sony's got to figure it out, man. I'm telling you, they're way ahead of their time.
So what if in a world where so let's say like Marvel and Sony saw their differences. I would say Marvel, Sony, and Fox, but Fox is now Marvel, or now Disney anyway. So Disney and Sony have already seen their differences, and they're like, oh, let's make a combined universe. And Warner Brothers is over there, and they're like, hey, can we play too? Can we play with our ball? And they're like, yeah, sure, come on over, come on in. So in our make-believe universe, or make-believe, like, we're going to go big. So we're in segment 4, so we're going to go out with a bang. We're going to do a cinematic universe. But
the MDU, if you will.
The MDU?
The MDU, the Movie Dumpster Universe.
Right. At first I was like Marvel DC Universe, and then I'm like, oh wait, no, Movie Dumpster. That's a good call. That's a nice what is it? Whatever that word is.
Acronym.
So they do this big the movie dumps. They just make this big movie dumps universe.
Yes.
So we get the Movie Dumpster universe, and they just throw all the comic books together, everything. So everything is just one big cohesive universe. It started with the Daniel Stern Batman. It was just like, that became such a hit that they invited him back to play his role. He's playing future Batman. He originally played the Batman from 1989. Now he's future Batman. So we've already got Daniel Stern casted. He's good to go. How else will we cast this universe?
Oh, okay. Well, okay, fine. Well, if we have old Daniel Stern Batman and we're doing Batman Beyond logic, then the kid from Rookie of the Year is the new Batman that he's training.
Okay.
I don't know his name.
Toby. Oh shit. Yeah. Okay. Batman Beyond.
But yeah. So Clint Howard as the Joker.
Clint Howard is okay.
And he's like, you want to know how I got my scars on my face or whatever? Or,
does that mean Ron Howard is directing? Because usually they're like
he's my
duo.
Brother. He said I could be in this movie. He said I could be in this movie, man. Put my face paint on in my purple jacket. Let's do it. Could you imagine that? Like, so Daniel Stern, Batman Begins, like in his suit, all grayed out, sitting in a wheelchair or something.
Yes.
And then
he's wearing his trench coat over his suit, but he's also wearing robes over his suit because he's so old now. And he's wearing slippers. It's just layered. Mummy? Yes.
It's a big gray afro. Like when he gets electrocuted in part 2, that's what he looks like right now, kind of. And the kid from Rookie of the Year and A Kid in King Arthur's Court. Okay. He's in it. He's the new Batman.
How about instead of Batman Beyond? Like, I mean, we can use the Batman Beyond mashup, but
Batman Begins Again.
But it's the kid from Iron Man 2. So it's Iron Man 2. So it's like Batman's training him, but like Tony Stark is fighting him because it's like, oh, I saw him first. I need to train him first, you know. And so there's this like struggle. So we get the two universes together.
Okay. We want to cross it over, right? All right. So Al Pacino as Iron Man comes into this universe
as Iron Man. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Daniel Stern.
Oh, he just calls him by his name.
And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about, Al. I'm not Daniel Stern. He's like, I'm not Al either. I'm Tony Stark. Whoa.
I got a funny tidbit. This will actually tie us into the last one. But I had a little bit of a brain fart trying to remember all the roles that Nick Cage auditioned for. So, you know, of course, he auditioned for Superman.
Okay.
So we got Nick Cage Superman. Hold on.
He's ageless, apparently.
Right. We've got Nick Cage Superman. We've got Nick Cage Iron Man. We've got Nick Cage John Constantine. We have Nick Cage Green Goblin, and we have Nick Cage Scarecrow. He's playing 5 roles in this universe.
Oh, into the Cage verse, man.
In the Cage
That's what we're
verse.
doing.
And then we should bring in. We should just bring in Ghost Rider since he's already played Ghost Rider twice, right?
Yeah. Well, he'll voice Ghost Rider, right? Because we'll make him all CG,
yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I forgot where I was going. That my brain is like racing.
I'm trying to imagine the Nick Cage talking to Daniel Stern. How would that sound? How would that work out?
I'm Superman. He's like,
I'm Superman / Iron Man.
Superman returns.
My alter ego. I'm Superman. My alter ego is Iron Man.
Why the hell are you dressed like a chicken? That's what he says to him. I really can't do a Daniel Stern justice, but a John Lovett's Doctor Strange bringing everything together, like hey everybody, we're doing the multiverse of madness. Here we go. Okay.
We're doing a multiverse of madness. And
well, we're doing a multiverse of madness.
And I'm reaping all the roids.
I can just see him with his little goatee, and he looks like what's his face from Mom and Dad Save the World.
Yes. Yes. I was kind of imagining him from The Wedding Singer.
Oh, okay, that would work too.
Yes.
But like with a cape that is sentient.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes, and the cape is played by Rob Schneider. It's a green screen cape that is poorly green screened out, so you just see like Rob's head and then the rest of the cape.
No, it's got to be played by Adam Sandler.
Adam
right?
Sandler.
That way the cape can talk like this, like a wacko Scooby Doo boobies.
I'm gonna go over here and hang out with Spider-Man.
Oh, Spider-Man! Excuse me, Cape. You need to get back on my back. I'm gonna fall.
The cape has ADD, and he's just like, he's like, I'm gonna look at that shiny penny over there.
It's always like putting its hands up, like the carpet from like Aladdin, going boobies. He's like, shampoo is better, and it's just like yelling in the background. He just hits it with a stick for it to shut up.
I'm trying to do my best, water boy. I'm trying here. So it's like, so Dr. Strange, did you have your next H2O? Have you had your H2O today? Oh look, it's the Hulk. I'm going to be over here.
Stop making fun of me. I'm trying to think, well, because there's so many good combinations. I don't know. John Lovett's Doctor Strange is like forever burned into my mind now.
Okay.
So instead of Clint Howard being Joker, I would like to see him as Captain America as well.
I mean, why not? If Nick Cage can play 5 roles, Clint Howard can play like 1 or 2.
Clint Howard can play every role.
I mean, we'll bring in Clint Howard, and then we'll bring in Raimi's brother.
Ted Raimi. Yeah, Ted's there.
And he'll play all of it. Well, Ted will probably already be in Multiverse of Madness anyway.
Yeah.
So he's already there. And Bruce Campbell Myers will come along as well. So they'll all play like multiple roles as well.
Well, Ted's going to be Loki, right?
Yeah, okay.
He'll be Loki. I don't have a good Ted Raimi voice either, but he can be Loki without the British accent.
He's a mute Loki. He's Loki with that faceplate on, so you don't have to do the voice.
Well, he's also a variant as well, so he can have whatever voice I give him.
Right.
Hi, I'm Ted Raimi.
Hi, I'm Ted Raimi.
I'm Ted Raimi. I'm Sam Raimi's brother, and now I'm Loki. I was on an episode of Alf, in case you didn't know, where I played a mortician and tried to hit on Lynn at a barbecue luau.
So if that I got the perfect casting for the Hulk. We'll do Joe. Okay. We'll do Joe Besser as the Hulk.
Who's Joe Besser?
Joe Besser was like the sixth Curly out from the Three Stooges. He was
Curly Joe.
He's like yabble dabble. No, he's not. There was a Curly Joe. Joe Besser was Joe Besser, but there was a Curly Joe as well.
Okay, so Curly Joe is not Joe Besser.
I think Curly Joe and Joe Besser are two different people. But Joe Besser famously did the genie from the Scooby-Doo Adventures when they had the I Dream of Genie, and it was a yabble dabble,
yabble smash-o,
yabble smash-o. But I just wanted to see him like, oh, I'm gonna give you such a pinch.
Oh, I'm gonna smash you.
Oh, I'm gonna smash you. You're not gonna like me when I'm angry.
You're not gonna like me when I'm angry. Pants. I need pants. I rip them. Oh my goodness. That is one hell of an Avengers team we're putting together here. Who would be Thor?
Thor.
Oh, Danny McBride would be Thor.
Danny McBride. I was gonna say, or is that the Bruce Campbell role?
No, it'd be Danny McBride's Thor.
Okay. Do you have a
Come on over for some fish tacos, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess that's Danny McBride? Question mark.
The question mark. I'm like quickly going through my head, like, how many Danny McBride movies have I seen? The only one I can come up with is Tropic Thunder, and I don't even remember much in that.
Pineapple Express.
Yes.
Eastbound and Down.
Yes. Two movies I've never seen, so go on.
I could just see him in my head, so I'm laughing at it.
Yeah.
With a big hammer. But it's shaped like it's a phallic hammer, right?
Big phallic hammer.
Yeah.
His ass crack is hanging out of the back of his pants.
Oh, big time. He's wearing like a suit that's like 2 sizes too small for him.
But he has to wear the helmet with the wings, goddammit.
Oh, big time. And he's got luscious curly locks. Yep.
Right.
And a beard.
But still somehow has the horseshoe. If he takes the helmet off, he still has the horseshoe helmet hair. So he's got long locks when the helmet's on, but when he takes it off, he just totally like has the horseshoe. He's the Hulk Hogan skullet going on.
Hot dog man. Yeah, and he's got a tank top on with like mustard stains all over it.
Okay.
Instead of like his armor. Yeah. But he has a cape, so he's a superhero.
Yes. And it says it's stitched right on the back so that you know I'm a superhero. Or just superhero and an arrow pointing up.
It's his baseball number from Eastbound and Down on the back. And he's smoking a doob. Yeah.
What would Scarlett Johansson? Who would that be? We've been hitting with all the male roles.
We just keep Scarlett Johansson.
We just keep Scarlett Johansson and all the hate from everything else.
Well, the fallout of Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's Scarlett Johansson playing an Asian Black Widow.
Oh my God.
Right? Does that make sense?
But it's not. But she's not yellow face or anything.
No.
It's just implied that she is supposed to be Asian, or it's in the dialogue.
She's white. She was just born in Japan.
Yeah. Okay.
So she's Japanese technically.
Right.
But she speaks English and she's of whatever descent.
Okay.
Non-Asian, but she's Japanese still.
Okay.
That may make sense. There you go.
All right. What about like the roles of Valkyrie and the female Thor, the Natalie Portman Thor? We're coming back to Natalie Portman from way back when.
Well, Natalie Portman hasn't even been Thor yet, and I feel like that's a little unfair.
Yeah, but she's still been in the franchise. She's still. I can't think of the character's name actually. It's I'm drawing a blank.
I couldn't tell you.
Thor's love interest.
It's on the tip of my tongue, but I'm very excited to see her as Thor. I think that's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to that.
Yes.
who would I put in Lady Thor?
I mean, do we just go with our casting from originally? It's just going to be a Jabba the Hutt, Roseanne Barr.
It's Roseanne Barr as Valkyrie, and Kathy Griffin as Lady Thor.
Yeah, or Jane Foster. That's it. That's the name.
Oh, Jane Foster.
Jane
there,
Foster.
there it is.
Yeah. So she's not Lady Thor just yet. So she's still
Bananas
Jane
Foster.
Bananas. So who was it? Who was the?
Kathy Griffin.
Kathy Griffin. So
as
you got
Lady Thor.
Kathy Griffin and Thor Pineapple Express hanging out together at a scene together.
Yes. Could you imagine her like berating Danny McBride and like putting like the hammer back together after Hela like broke it and stuff, and then like just beating him to death with it, breaking his legs, his kneecaps at least. Yeah.
I'm trying to again go back to the Water Boy, and I'm trying to Bobby Boucher.
Bobby, that cape is flying around somewhere still, and John Lovitz is chasing after it.
Yeah.
Hey, get back here, you!
Bobby Boucher, I wish you wouldn't have busted that hammer. That was a bad line read.
Hey, Thor, you want to hear something funny? Why do crocodiles got all them teeth, but they so ornery? Because they got no toothbrush. And then Thor just like, Danny McBride just like swigs a beer.
Yeah. I don't have a bottle nearby to make the sound like that.
Or he tries to light the cape on fire.
He belches in it. Belches on it.
He wipes his mouth with it after like eating a hot dog or something.
Bobby Boucher, you treat that cape well. It's a magic cape.
You got all the dirt on myself. You wipe your mouth, you dirty mouth, with my cape.
I think it's funny is that she keeps calling him Bobby Boucher. Then she's like, Mom, I'm Thor. I'm Thor. Like he corrects her every time. No, I'm Thor. Don't use my Earthbound name.
Oh no, this is the motleyest Avengers team ever put together. Who's Hawkeye?
We didn't even get to the DC end of stuff.
No, who's Hawkeye?
Who's Hawkeye? Hawkeye is Alan Alda.
Who?
Alan Alda, isn't it Alan who played Hawkeye in MASH?
Oh. You're not Hawkeye. Well, yeah, I'm Hawkeye.
I'm
he
Hawkeye.
just shows up like as his character. Yeah.
Like they're in the middle of the war. I was like, what do you expect from me?
Where's your bow and arrow? I don't know.
I'm a medic.
I'm a medic. Take him down with your super arrows. What are you talking about? I have a Band-Aid.
Anybody seen Trapper?
Oh my goodness.
And so we still have to we didn't get to Nick Fury either.
Oh, Nick Fury.
What would be the Nick Fury of this awesome lineup of?
Sam is so good as Nick Fury. Maybe bring the Hasselhoff back for Nick Fury. Yeah, the Revenge.
The life model decoy Hasselhoff.
Yeah,
but it's not the life model decoy from the Marvel films / comic books. It's the life model decoy from the Sleepless Knights programs, which means that they're a foot short and bald.
Oh,
they're a foot shorter than the original,
though, right?
But he still has the eye patch, just on both eyes.
Yeah, and he might be short, but he's still big in Germany.
Right. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to go after the DC universe?
Well, we're already 2 minutes over. We might as well. We'll give we'll give the fans a little. They're going to want a little bit of Justice League. Let's do like 5 of them outside of Daniel Stern's Batman. Let's try to come up with 4 more.
I still love Joe Pesci Penguin. He needs to be in there for sure.
Mm-hmm. That's not a hero, but okay. Yes.
It's fine. Look, I'm putting together the Suicide Squad. Okay.
The Suicide Squad. Oh shit. Oh shit. All right. So we get Peacemaker, but since I went to Hulk Hogan earlier, it's Hulk Hogan. We just get a different wrestler as Peacemaker. Okay, brother. If this island was a whole bag of dicks, brother, I'd be eating my vitamins and saying my prayers.
You can't stand up to the Peacemaker. or
Maker.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Hulkster. Will be the Peacemaker, the Peaster.
The Peaster.
Now
on HBO Max.
the Peaster brother. Hot dog man, it's coming for you.
Pizza Mania is coming after you.
Pizza Mania. Hot Dog Ronnie is his real name.
Hot Dog Ronnie is his secret identity.
But don't let me fool you. I'm still the Peaster maker. The Peaster maker.
And let's make it clear, it's 80s Hulk Hogan. It's not the NWO crappy, like sprayed on black fake beard on top of his blonde locks.
No, he doesn't have any of that Dolph Lundgren Punisher beard going on.
No.
So Aquaman.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm thinking. Hold on.
Who would be a good Aquaman?
I'm getting there. Who would be a good Aquaman, aka a bad Aquaman in our casting?
Stallone. He would be Aquaman.
Stallone. No,
because Nick Cage is already Superman, so Stallone is Aquaman.
But Stallone is also Stallone is the Shark King, Shark Shark Boy.
Oh, that's all right. He can also be Solomon Grundy too.
That's true. Hey yo,
Solomon Grundy want pants too.
Hey yo, my dad's Django Fett.
Yo, born on a Monday, died on a Sunday, whatever.
Yeah,
that's my rhyme.
I think for Aquaman, so we'll put Stallone on Solomon Grundy. I think for Aquaman, I want Zach Galifianakis in that role.
Zach Galifianakis, like pronouncing everybody's like name wrong.
Right.
Are you the Batman?
The Batman?
The Batman?
No, wait, Zach Galifianakis, not me. You're supposed to be doing Zach, not me.
Mr. Bruce Wayne. I need help with my fish or something. I don't know. I can't. I mean, Zach Galifianakis has like that deadpan comedy.
It's not a purse.
It's my mermaid's purse.
It's my mermaid's
It's not really a purse. It's an egg sack. Okay.
So we had Superman with Nick Cage too. I forgot about that one. So what we got Wonder Woman.
Wonder
Woman. Leslie Jones.
Oh my God! Could you imagine? Oh hell no!
I don't know if it's a woman thing, and I don't know if it's a black thing, but
but I'm Wonder Woman. Lasso.
Hopefully I didn't just get canceled for doing that voice. I apologize.
I mean, that's the Ghostbusters line, right?
Right.
And that's her comedy. Her comedy is being loud and irate.
I mean, it's either her. Or it's what's the co-partner?
Kate McKinnon.
There's Well, now you're going to make me look up the movie that I shall not type in my.
What's her face? Melissa McCarthy. Is that who you're thinking of?
Melissa McCarthy is exactly who I'm thinking. That's as Wonder Woman.
That would go perfect with Daniel Stern's Batman because they're both pratfalling all the time.
We have yes, we have her as Wonder Woman, and then we have Hela as Leslie Jones, or vice versa.
Yeah, okay, I could see that.
I don't know. Leslie Jones is good in like small chunks. Like anything too long, then it just gets. It's like, all right.
Oh, you know what? We just leave Ezra Miller as the Flash because he's just a scumbag in this universe anyway. So he just stays the same. He's like beating the hell out of some lady in the background, and everybody's like, "What are you doing?"
He's running, but he's running away from his past.
Yeah, he's running away from the cops. Is who he's running away from. Gotta go fast. Ezra Miller. I don't even know that's how he talks.
I'm Ezra Miller. I'm running fast.
See ya.
Nice to see ya.
Flashpoint. Go see it. Never.
I think we got all the Justice Leaguers, right?
I think that's. Martian Manhunter. Who's
Martian Manhunter? Huh.
One more. Martian Manhunter.
Martian Man. Well, we didn't do Green Lantern either. If we're going from
Green
the
Lantern.
comics.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna honestly, just go back to let Ryan Reynolds come back and play Green Lantern, but play it as Deadpool.
Or just do it justice, and he's the only one who takes anything seriously, and he's like actually doing a good job.
He's opposite how he is in every other movie. He's the straight man. He's the straight man of this film.
He's the lantern as the straight man.
He is just confused by everything that's going on around him.
And Martian Manhunter would be
well, Idris Elba is like a good go-to for pretty much anything.
But Idris Elba would be an awesome Martian Manhunter.
Yes, he would be an awesome man. Well, he was an awesome dead shot. Was it Dead Shot? No, Dead Sport. No, which?
No. I think it's Deadshot.
Is it
I don't know.
Deadshot?
I get confused. There's
I get him confused between that guy and the one that Will Smith played.
Jeez. There's.
I think it's Bloodsport. He was Bloodsport in
Bloodsport, and then Deadshot.
Deadshot was Will
one.
Smith in the other one.
I think.
Right.
Yeah, there's too many of those guys.
He'd be super straight laced, and he's great in pretty much everything he's in.
Yeah.
I mean, as a matter of fact, we'd probably put Idris Elba as Nick Fury.
Actually, I would go in for that too.
I mean, we get Idris Elba as Nick Fury and David Hasselhoff as the life model decoy. It's like revealed. Okay. It's revealed that the Hoff was the life model decoy, and then like Idris Elba comes out of the background. It's like, oh, it was me all the time, which would make no goddamn sense that Hasselhoff would be his decoy.
No, I love it. It's like mini me, right, from Austin Powers.
Austin Powers. Wait a minute. Mike Myers as Martian Manhunter.
Oh my goodness! But it's like Mike Myers doing a bit, right?
Yes.
Like the whole time.
Yes, he's Cat in the Hat.
Wow! I'm the Martian Man. I can't even do a Mike Myers. Yeah, baby, Martian Manhunter. I don't know.
It's if Austin Powers was played by
it's
McConaughey.
Like, oh my God. Yeah, baby, yeah.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
They just keep getting younger.
That's the way I like. That's the way Daddy likes it. It's just it's Mike Myers as Martian Manhunter, but he's just rotating all of his voices that he does. Right. So he's like Dr. Evil one minute, he's Austin Powers the next, he's Fat Bastard, he's the Cat in the Hat, he's Wayne.
Well, yeah, because Martian Manhunter is capable. Well, he does limited shape shifting, doesn't he? He's like because he's got an alien form, and he does have like a different hand form. But I don't. Does he constantly shape shift? I don't think he constantly shape shifts.
Wait a second. So it's Mike Myers, and he's all painted green in a funny suit, and then he can only change into his characters, like to shape shift.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love that idea.
I think we need to put that in the can and print it. It's a print. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap, dude.
We made it. We made the stunt casting. Don't ask me. I'm sure you don't remember everybody we just casted. So
it's official.
It's official. It's in the books. We made the dumpster movie dumpster universe. Which was it? Was it movie dumpster universe? Right.
The movie dumpster universe. The MDU.
We made the MDU.
And don't worry, it's constantly changing. So.
In brackets, really small, fine print, really tiny underneath, and Paul helped.
Yeah. Everybody's a part of it. That's the thing.
Right. And they heard it relative. Here first. They heard it here first. So when this becomes the multi-million-dollar deal, and we're sitting out in the streets, like the two guys that bet on. I don't know where I'm going with this reference. So I'm going to drop it.
We're the Uncle Bucks. That's what happened. We lost it all.
I was going to reference Trading Places, where they where they were the rich guys and they end up poor at the end. But they have names and I can't remember their names. So we're those guys. We're those guys after the fact. Where they're like,
don't they get money at some point?
They do in
a different movie.
In Coming to America.
They
have a cameo. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Eddie Murphy gives them like a bunch of money or something. Yeah, yes. We're back on top. That's going to be us. Eddie Murphy's going to give us a bunch of money. Yep.
See, that's going to be us because Hollywood would have jumped onto this and not given either of us a penny, and would be like, oh, and be like,
you wouldn't even know.
Right.
Because nobody would contact us at all. It would just happen.
It would just happen. We just one day we just see the movie poster. Like,
yeah. We're gonna end up like Winslow Leach in the Phantom of the Paradise. Yeah, knocking on Disney's door, and then somebody comes out and like plants drugs on us and like puts us in jail for the rest of our life. All our teeth get ripped out. And we have to have metal ones, and then we haunt like a movie theater somewhere. I don't know.
You've thought this out way too much. You've thought this out way too much.
Need a voice box to speak. I wear this cool helmet and cape. It's a whole thing, man.
So next week's episode, we're going to recast the part of Joe will be played by Jack Nicholson, and the part of Paul will be played by
a toaster.
A toaster. I wanted to ask you before we roll out here. Since you've come into the show, where have you been staying? Have you been just sleeping in the studio?
No, the folks upstairs hooked me up with a great apartment. Very accommodating. It's right between the dirt of the earth and some wood boards. I believe I think it's they don't. I don't want to call it this, but they call it a porch. So I'm kind of under the porch there, but it's very nice.
I know somebody. I knew somebody that actually lived under a porch. I wonder if you'll be neighbors. Are you anywhere close to the Lobo residence? Or
I don't think so. Oh. There is a funny smell under there, though.
You have been listening to the Sleepless Nights podcast, or should we say, pODDcast.
pODDcast.
Emphasis on the odd. Our theme is by Mars Homeworld at Deadhouse Music. Our opening announcement is by Ophelia Necro. She does a radio show called Suicide Watch. And you could reach Mr. Lobo at cinemainsomnia.com or find me on YouTube, YouTube/Mr. Lobo, MISTERLOBO. Mr. Lobo on Facebook, Facebook/MR.LOBO, or on Twitter at Mr. Lobo, MISTERLOBO.
Or you can find myself, Paul Sanders, or better known as Bestow TV, at Bestow.tv, on YouTube /Bestow TV, on Twitter at Bestow Prod, PROD, and on Facebook, Bestow TV.
If you want to place an advertisement with this podcast, and gosh, why wouldn't you? We could be talking about you right now. Contact us, Mr. Lobo at cinemainsomnia.com. That's MRLOBO @CINEMAINSOMNIA.com. Or support us on Patreon. Patreon supporters get to hear this podcast before anyone else and a lot of other great stuff, right, Paul?
Sure.
Doesn't get it better than that, right? So come join the fun at
patreon.com/Sleepless Nights Podcast.
That's
patreon.com/Sleepless Nights Podcast.
Please stay up with us next week for another Sleepless Nights podcast. Or should we say, pODDcast.
pODDcast.
The best thing about being an insomniac is never having to say goodnight.
Good night.